Hey guys, RC, welcome back to the Journeyman series. This is our next episode, and I've played ahead a few games, and I've done something that I said I did not want to do, and I did it just to kind of be able to look at some things. So let me kind of walk you through what's happened. Since the Kidderminster, we've played down, let's see, Gloucester, Tamworth. We lost 2-1 to Harrogate. Jordan Murphy picked up a goal. We just got demolished. We were using our base 4-4-2 attack there. Then we came back to Halifax. Murphy and Shires scored a minute apart. And I want to say, no, we got destroyed in that one too. And then we lost 3-2. In this one, we actually did pretty well the whole game. Ponticelli scored in the 8th minute. Damian Reeves got 3 goals in 40 minutes for a hat trick. But we were up 2-0 and then blew it. Just got very ugly. But we actually played pretty well. So, 1 draw, 2 defeats. We are currently back down to 17th in the table. Now, one of the viewers commented that we actually have one of the worst teams in the table. That it's not horrible. Board confidence, we're at 57%. So we've picked up a few points here and there, and we're still 3 points out of relegation. So we're not doing. I guess we're not doing horribly, but I don't feel that I'm making any progress. So one of the things that I said, when I played before, I think it was in FM12, I downloaded a tactic off the Steam Workshop and had a ton of success with it. It was a plug and play tactic. It worked basically for every team that I played with. And I just burned out on it, I think, because I still didn't understand why the tactic worked, why those particular setups worked, and what kind of players to look for. I was just basically following an instruction sheet at that point. And, I think I just burned out because it just felt like, somebody else was playing my game. So I've always said, if I come back and I try to learn this game, I really don't want to use someone else's tactic. Now, to a certain extent, I can't help that, right? To a certain extent, because I'm watching other YouTubers. I watch Loki Doki. I just finished his Journeyman series last night. Excellent series, by the way, if you have not seen it. It's I think 191 episodes. And then he turned me on to another YouTuber named Lelujo. He's definitely English, very dry, at least in the initial videos. Now Loki is also British, but from England, but a little more upbeat, spontaneous, a little more fun to watch. But hey, everybody has their shtick, and I'm watching it just to kind of see somebody else play and see what they do. Plus, I'm watching his it's an LLM series, which I think applies a little bit more to me. But what I also did is I went on to the Steam Workshop. I looked at the most subscribed to and the most popular mods that were out there, and I took the #1 ranked mod, which is a 433. Now, when I started playing this morning, when I downloaded that, I've played 3 games. So let's look at the tactic. Here's the 4-4-2 that we're playing. I had made a couple of tweaks that seemed to work later in the games when I put my fullbacks to attacking. Weir, I don't think, has the ability, and Keane I put on attacking. Now, of course, these aren't the players that are there that would be there normally because I have gone to another tactic. So this is what we'd been playing with the basic abilities. But here is the 4-3-3. I did this for a couple of reasons. One, I want to see how it works in the game. I want to see if a plug and play can make my team great or good, or to where we actually win games, and that will reaffirm that it's me, not the game. Okay, which I'm 99.99% sure that it's me. It's all me, all day, all the time. But back to the point, I don't know what to do to fix that. I don't know what to do in here to tweak this to where it works with my players. So we've seen what this does with my tactic, my thinking, my tweaks, not working great. So I've downloaded this. I don't want to use it long term. Mainly, I just want to see it for a few games and see how it works. I have gone in and I have plugged in the players that I think would fit best. Che Tilt, definitely not the best guy up here, but the author of this formation, of this tactic, does say don't be afraid to use wingers in these deep lying forward positions. And Tilt is honestly second best player on my team as far as ability and talent. So I'm going to put him up there for the time being. Ponticelli has the best finishing, so we're going to put him in the middle. Murphy, again, one of the better players on my side. 4-star current rating, 5-star potential. Nelson, Addy, Keane, and Corfy in the middle. Duxbury and Weir on the wings. OG and Hutchinson. I did have an injury. James Chambers, who is my best player, is out 3 months with a hip injury. I lost him after the last game. Let's see, what else? Nick Draper was complaining about lack of first team time, and basically I said, you're not as good as Ross, so tough, and he wants to leave. So I've put him up on transfer. Nobody's offered him. He's on a free if anybody wants him. And that's another thing. I can't seem to move any of my players, even for frees. So the reason I was doing that is I am currently about $1,240 a week over my budget. So I'm trying to move a little bit, but literally nobody has made an offer on any of my players. I did get an offer on Gallinal, who's on $250 a week, and I've put him out on a free, and he's gotten a couple of offers, but he's always backed out due to some negotiation issues. So whatever. So I'm not really worrying about finances right now. Finances is another part of the game I will have to figure out, but honestly, I think I need to figure out the playing part before I even think about worrying about the financial part. Now the other thing is, on this, he's actually a decent sweeper keeper. First touch is not good. Kicking is okay. Anticipation, composure, decisions. Alright, so he's not the best sweeper keeper. I think I'm going to put him into training for that. Let's go ahead and put him up to sweeper keeper. So anyway, and the reason I waited is because I wanted, in the 3 games, if we look at the familiarity, closing down, marking, they were both awkward. So they are now up to competent at least. The formation is now competent. Everything else was pretty good. If you compare that, we're accomplished and fluid for just about everything. So by actually playing this, now that they have a base understanding, I think we'll be okay. Pepper's still out. Three more weeks. So anyway, I don't know what this is going to do. I just figured I would do it. And the other reason I did it, the second reason, not only to see how it worked, if it made my players magically better, but I wanted to kind of look and see the shape and the selections. So, what I'm seeing here compared to to what I'd been doing, I had been trying to counterbalance everything. So I've got attacking, defending, support, attacking to give some support here, defense, attack. There's a comment from Lulujo. Cool. So this is falling back in defense. This is moving forward. This is supporting him. Probably should, and this is attacking, so I had him defend. So I was just trying to, I'm picturing where are these players going to play at, and do I have the entire field covered? I wanted to see how someone else structured that. So we've got an attacking and 2 support. All support in the midfield. And if we look at that, they will bring the balls out of the defense, look for long shot opportunities, as well as supplying through balls. Win the ball back high up the field and support resulting counter-attacking opportunities. Stay in the hole and look to spray passes to support players and forwards. So he's going to try to get passes off to these guys and the forwards up here. So, we do have some attacking coming from the back, but these 2 guys in particular, it looks like in their support roles, they will actually drop back and help the defense. Duxbury, the two wing backs should be playing the entire length. So again, I wanted to see. That's not making a lot of sense to me, but we'll see. Like I said, I want to see what it does from a production and performance standpoint, and then I kind of wanted to see what people were how they were fashioning their positions and roles. So that way I could kind of think about, okay, they're doing this. This is how it works. So I don't want to play with this long term. But I had actually been looking at a 4-3-3 because I had seen it in another series. Don't remember how the roles match up. I'd have to go back and actually pay a lot of attention to figure that out. But, I mean, it could be done. Now, instructions, hadn't even looked at yet. So, shoot on sight, early crosses. See, that immediately to me is a concern because I don't have anybody that can shoot long. Run it defense. Stick to positions, discipline, get stuck in, tighter marking, offsides trap, balanced. All right, I mean, that's a lot of instructions, and I believe he also has, let's see, dribble more, run wide, cross more often, cross from the byline, get farther forward. Shoot less, dribble less. So yeah, he's going in and making a lot of player instructions that I have not begun to play with yet. Very, very little. Close down much more, tackle harder, shoot less, hold up the ball, more risky passes, dribble more, farther forward, move into channels. Okay, so let's see what happens. Now, the other thing he says is use aggressive team talks. I've also set it to where the assistant manager handles a lot of the information. Now, we are underdogs here, slight underdogs, I think. All right, so he's applying the advice. All right, now he says use aggressive. All right, well, there's a revenge factor. All right, now he seemed confused. All right, but he said aggressive works great. He says just trust it, see what happens. So here we go. Let's go ahead and skip out. All right, we're in the blue. They're in the purple or purplish color. All right, we're up to Porticelli, over to Murphy. Knocked away. There's a counter. Jacobson over the top. Sweeper keeper did rush out. Couldn't stop it. 5th goal of the season for Jacobson. And we are down 1-0 early. All right, well, again, it's their first 3 minutes playing the tactic. We got beat over the top. I do want to look at, okay, we're playing slightly deeper but using the offside trap. I'm wondering if I need to maybe take that off. Well, we're not going to do it yet. I may do that like the next game. I want to play this game out with the formation. We are controlling, and he says that you do control the ball relatively well. You know, shots are okay. A half chance. Nothing really happening here. Actually surprised we're at the half and have not gotten a card yet. Alright, this is the kickoff highlight, so we do not make the mistake of narrating that. Alright, Tyler Weir's down to 77%. So 7 shots, 5 off target. Druxbury with the yellow card. Alright, 60th minute. Alright, let's make a few moves here. Alright, Jordan Keane. I'm going to bring on Steele. And Tyler Weir for Gallinaw. Alright, coming up on the 80th minute. Mid, attacking mid. I'm going to bring Tom Sharp on. He'll have to play out of position. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Alright, Jordan Murphy. Alright, Steele, Corfy, Tilt. A little bit of ball movement. Plays it through. Druxbury. Steele with the long shot, and there's one that goes in. Now, 17 shots against 7. Now, we had 11 off target, so that was a nice finish. I don't know that, you know, one touch right to the top of the circle and put it in. Good finish. I think the problem is, for me, I don't like long shots, and I don't think I have the players to... Well, Ross comes out and makes that play. Oh, that was a bad ball. Cleared away, Porticelli. Looked like he was he playing into, yeah, passing into space. See, again, I don't know. Now, the mod author did say that he has had this work at high-level clubs and low-level clubs. I am going to say they were unlucky, because we actually did play, I mean, 10 more shots. Granted, only one more on target. That's an issue. 56 to 44, so plus 12 possession. Very much liking that. Rescue a late draw. Okay, so, you know, we picked up another point. Okay, well, again, first match. I don't know. Hopefully they'll get better as the year, you know, the next few games actually playing it. So, you know, I know we need to give this a few matches, so we'll put an end to this episode because I know I took up a good bit at the beginning just kind of explaining what was going on. We'll come back in the next episode. I'll probably play a few more games off camera and then or off video and see how things are looking, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it some more. So guys, thanks for checking out the video. Don't forget to leave a like if if you think it's worthwhile, and don't forget that helps more people find the video, which is more people that can give me some feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Much appreciated. Guys, thanks so much. Look forward to reading any thoughts or comments that you have below, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye. I've played a couple of games, like I said. We ended up with a 3-1 away victory over Nuneaton. Jordan Murphy with a brace, Callum O'Sullivan with a goal. Murphy's really doing well in that left defensive, deep-lying forward position. Stunning result against Boston United, who has owned us, and we get a 2-1 victory. Murphy with another goal. Nelson Addy added a penalty in the 69th minute. We did fall behind early in that one. I think we had, we were actually outshot, but everything else was pretty even. Possession was a little down, so we should have probably lost that game. Then we fell to Brackley 2-1. Murphy added another goal. This one, again, outshot, but possession, we had the advantage. We had 2 goals not too far after the half. And then we had a 1-1 draw to Stalybridge. We fell behind. Ponticelli got the equalizer in the 91st minute. So got lucky in that one. Taking a look at stats, pretty even all throughout. So nothing stood out shot-wise or anything else, but we've been generating goals at least instead of getting shut out. So, we've registered a couple of wins, including a stunner. We've gained some points, which has been really good, and we find ourselves in 16th position with a -11 goal differential. I have tried to make a couple of moves. We have sent Andy Gallinaw away on a free. Junior English is also left on a free. I'm just finding it impossible to sell players at this level, and that's probably because at this lower level there's so many free players available that are equally as good. So that makes some sense to me. I also brought in 2 new players. I had made some promises to try to strengthen the squad. This was right before the deadline. So I brought in Shaquille McDonald. He is a striker. And since we're playing this 3-striker set, I really didn't have a lot of depth up there, or talent, to be honest. So I've got Shaquille McDonald that can play an advanced forward or that deep-lying forward in the support role. And I like most of his technical skills, a little lacking in some of his mentals. Decent pace, decent acceleration, good work rate, and a little bit of flair. So thought he might fit in. And Nathan Waters, another midfielder, since we're playing 3 center mids, wanted to get something in there. So 13 on first touch, 14 on long shots, because we have seen some long shots happening here. We also have passing of 8, technique of 9, pace 10, fitness 14, acceleration 12, work rate 11, decisions 10, composure's not real great. But we're still trying to get these guys because they weren't with any teams. 4.5 star potential ability for Waters. McDonald with 4.5 star potential as well. So looking to try to get those guys slotted in. And so today we're coming back for AFC Telford. They are in 5th position in the table. And so they should be a stern challenge for us. So we've had a few more games. I just kind of wanted to get back, let you guys watch another game and, see what you were thinking. So let's see. Anybody's just completely dying in here? Yeah, Waters is going to need a rest. Let's go ahead and put Connor. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put Jackman in there. And actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to try Tilt in that position. And I think he's better as a playmaker up front. Just, again, doesn't fit the position, but he has the, he's a talent. So I want him on the field if we can. All right, I need a... Chilekwa can play, he's playing out of position. He's not match fit yet. I tell you what, though, I am going to put him in for O'Sullivan and then have O'Sullivan come off the bench. I think that's going to work. I need a mid-center. He just needs rest. All right, do I have a defensive guy in here? Defensive left, center. Gator can play right defense and mid center. And Jackman can play left and mid center. So a couple of guys that can fill multiple positions. Let's see, we are flexible, we are counter. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I don't think he's going to play the whole game. I knew he needed match fitness, but we'll give him at least a half till he is, hopefully work on that match fitness for him. Long warm-up. Long warm-up. Any day, guys. There we go. All right, so Jordan Murphy. Murphy's up to 17 goals. See if we can build up some morale. All right, we're in the teal. Oh, there's a nice interception over the top. Ooh, an injury, a strained neck. All right, we're off to a 3-1, 4-1 advantage on shots here in the early going. All right, tilt up to Murphy, back to Steele. Nelson Addy. McDonald, our new player. Ponticelli found the corner of the net. 9th goal of the season for Jordan. 5th shot, 2 on target, 1 half chance. 60-40 on possession. Very good finish. Way to get it out of there. Coming right back. Knocked away. Good defense. Good defense. Keep it off target. Good come out by Ross to grab that on the fly. An 8-1 rating. Pretty solid. We're up 8-3 on shots, plus 12% possession coming into the half. No cards this time. Yeah, that's all. All right, kickoff highlight, unless it surprises me. McDonald with a run. Oh, knocked away, setting up a corner. Interesting. All right, Tilt making the cross in. Another corner. Plus 14% on possessions. Now Will Dig comes out and makes a nice grab out of the keeper box. All right, let's go ahead and sub out McDonald for O'Sullivan. There we go. Oh, I am doing some rendering in the background, so that that is probably draining the resources a little bit. I usually don't have that much lag. Alright, so O'Sullivan's in. Let's see if he can be a force off the bench. Connor McCarthy injured. Is that our guy? No, that's their team. Okay. Alright, looks like we need to make another sub out. Jordan Keene for Tom Sharp. I just had 4 or 5 guys tell me they were not interested in re-signing with me, so that's too bad. Alright, Tilt over to Steele. Steele and Nelson Addy I actually had working together tutoring, and they had a falling out relatively quickly. Oh! First goal of the season for Johnny Margets. 5th shot, first on target. We've had 3 half chances. They've had 2 clear cut and 1 half chance. We're still plus 12. I think I'm going to go up to control just to see if that affects anything. Murphy's offside. And hopefully they don't get a late goal here. So we end up with another draw. 14-5. So we had an upset. All right, so I guess we're happy with a point, I guess. Player of the game was Ponticelli, an 8.3 rating. And keeps us in 16th position. All right, well, that so let's get out of here and look at the table again. I want to look at the schedule and see what we've done. All right, so since bringing this in, all right, we've gone 2 wins, 3 draws, 1 defeat. Probably our best stretch of the season by far. So the argument, I guess, is that some of these pre-loaded tactics will certainly work. Now, the question is, do they work because they're extremely good? Will they work for every club? Why is it working better than my tactic was before? Because we certainly had only had 1 game with 3 or more goals. And granted, we've only had 1 with the new tactic, but it's in a shorter sample. 2-2-3. And so we've only given up more than 1 goal once with the new tactic. So that's actually good that it's cutting down and it's giving us some defensive support as well, even though we have all these guys on attack. So again, I don't know why this one is seemingly working better than that one. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do, because they are more familiar, I'm going to go ahead and play. See, they're still just competent there. At least in the 4-4-2, they are accomplished or fluid. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweak some of these into some more, like, you know, I'm going to try with see, like right here, I don't know why they have the advanced forward rather than a target man or something. Is it because he's playing with 3 up top? And, would that work equally as well right there? Now this should probably be on support. Maybe I need to do that. Anyway, I'm going to play around with that. I'm going to go back to this tactic for the next few games. Give them a little bit longer to get used to the new 4-3-3, and we'll see what happens. But again, I wanted to check it out, and honestly, I'm seeing positives from going with this other tactic that I had no idea if I had the people to make a 4-3-3 work or not. And then that brings other questions to mind, of course. How do you really make those moves in your first year when, you're up against the, your weekly salaries and, things of that nature. So anyway, just some food for thought. As always, please give a like to the video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel to keep up to date. And we thank you for dropping in. Guys, you have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.